their spot in the finale. We can see now that there are 4 left vying for a spot to join them. As I mentioned before, very long to join us here in the upper bracket are finally back with a vengeance. And look, this has been a long journey for Skywalker. First, elimination cash out of the day.
Wow, that one, you know it's going to be tough getting the predictions when it's hard to even predict Jerry's prediction. But we'll see what happens.
Crazy.
That is crazy. But here we go, getting into this one, Dianic. I mean, lights out, Skywalker's 5 Fears, Fake Cows coming into Bernal again. Let's see what's going to go down.
Last time I already said, Jay kind of tipped onto it. 5 Fears. They played quite well on Bernal, so I am expecting the exact same. But of course, Jay had to throw us a little bit of a curveball there with his prediction. I don't really see a big fade here for 5 Fears. I'm really not going to lie about that. I think they're quite a good, consistent team. They are definitely the favorites into this one. It would be a shocking reality if they don't make it through. On the other hand, if you talk about maybe the second team who might make it through, I really do see Fake House or Lights Out here on top. I'm really sorry, but Skywalkers just haven't proven to me that they have what it takes.
Yeah, we'll see here as these teams are really trying to get this plug as fast as possible. Lights Out, trying to make their way across, getting chased down by Skywalkers here. Petrick did end up going down already, and it looks like there's just a little bit of Fake Cows coming in off the corner here as well, too. Skywalker is going to turn on to Fake Cows and get that team wiped. They're going to have to go back and get Petrick's body here. Looks like they did just that. And now, is every team in the lobby here? I think every team in the lobby might be here, Dianic.
I mean, Fake House, they were trying to chase them, but unfortunately they were fighting Skywalkers on the other box. 5 Fears not trying to go in for a steal. But we saw a little bit of a switcheroo happening. It's Lights Out. They took the longer path to the closer cash out, which was towards vault number B. Anyway, as we can see, a little bit of a cheeky killer has happened in the meanwhile. Defib as well. Lights Out now back up with the full force, but 5 Fears are right there. There'll be one more fall and a second one as well. Lights Out. My God. They're trying to make it difficult, but look in the meanwhile, there has been a plug and a swap of a cash out. A wipe on top of it as well. Even though 5 Fears had the control, the cash out will be swapped any second, but there is a second team. Fake Cows might help here unintentionally 5 Fears to keep the cash out under their control until they spawn back in, since if they've changed their attention towards A, are not contesting the other one. And there we go, the swap is happening, but for the Fake Cows.
Yeah, Fake Cows going to go ahead and stick that. They are going to get that one there, and there's a massive stagger between these two boxes here as Skywalkers have been able to plug that other one across the map there. But now Fake Cows, they got that steal. They're going to have to hold on to it. Lights Out still trying to play reset here as they did not fully wipe coming into this. Also worthy to note that Perzone is on mesh this go around here, being the only one in the lobby on mesh, and everybody else on double light heavy, as well as Rubinski on that medium heal beam. So they're probably going to be playing a little bit slower with Rubinski kind of playing behind Perzone, keeping him healthy there. And now 5 Fears trying to battle out Skywalkers here for this point, as Fake Cows were able to hold on to that one. And look at how massive this stagger is. We're just now passing the halfway point on this box, while the other one just ended, Diana.
Oh, but that, opens up a lot of opportunities for a third party. Look at Lights Out. They are now also contesting the church while 5 Fears is fighting against Skywalkers. The real question is Fake House Mood try to cause even more chaos, maybe chip in a little bit into this, but there is a steal happening now for the side of Nagos. He wants to bring this under the control of 5 Fears. There's the drop down. There's the kill as well. A good start for the side of 5 Fears into this matchup. Unfortunately, the top bit. Oh no! Luckily, the replay has been stopped. There we go. The swap will be happening any second, as we can see, finally under our control. And meanwhile, the second box has been plugged, by the way. Look at Lights Out. They're so much ahead of pace. Luckily, 5 Fears, they get themselves the first cash out box onto the first phase.
Yeah, that's going to be a really important plug from Lights Out, but Perzone getting a huge double kill with that KS. He has to be able to stay alive here, but he's not going to, because Kodaft is going to get the kill on him there, being the last member alive on Fake Cows. And they're going to go ahead and get this full reset up and get that steal before another team goes to push them. And on the other side of the map, 5 Fears and Skywalkers are going to be trying to battle for this vault. It looks like actually only 5 Fears is here. trying to get this pacing go as fast as they can to get that plug, but Five Fears, or excuse me, Skywalkers went in to fight Fake Cows, and they already got wiped immediately.
Look at it. Fake Cows. Gonna get themselves a cheeky little vault. There we go. Took them a little bit. The plug has happened on the other side. Look how much staggering there is. This is an absolute crazy spot to be in for the side of 5-Face. They're gonna have so many teams trying to really contest that one. But lights out. It was spawned in for the Fake Cows. They have a good chance. Still a long of a timer, but they're looking for these players. Little does he know there's one right in front of him. He didn't know. He got himself absolutely eliminated right there. Fake Cows, they hold on strong, but there is a defib coming along. Lights out. They're back up with full force. Glitch Cafe is the only one who's been removed. But look at this. They don't really have the setup right here to deny the steal. And Person is doing the exactly right play right here. He's going for the steal. There is a gateway right upon him. There's the winch as well, but the kill is gonna go into the favor of the side of Lights Out. One more player from Fake Out is gone, but they still keep on this cash out. They're not giving it away. They're chasing, they're killing. They got the wipe nearly. Glitch Cafe is the last man standing, and there is Skywalkers trying to be the heroes, but they're only gonna help Fake Cows in this moment. There's so little time left, and 5-Fears on the other side, they're not being contested. The timer is out, cannot be swapped anymore, and 5-Fears again, they're being completely left alone, and this is great for them, but even better for Fake Cows. They were saved by the Skywalkers.
Yeah, that was an interesting play by the Skywalkers there. I mean, it might have been a little bit of a macro misplay. They had to have known there wasn't enough time on that point with that many members of the defending team being alive, but I mean, Fake Cows can't be happier. It worked out really well for them, and now they're going to go ahead and be getting the next point set up and ready to go. 5-Fears boxer is just coming up towards the ending now, and 5-Fears coming in this last box, they're going to also want to go for a split here, as they're going to get a pretty extensive lead as this one is getting ready to finish. They're going to go ahead and pop a gas barrel on that just to guarantee, and it looks like Lights Out was kind of looking ahead to see if they can scout it out a little bit and maybe go for a last-second steal, but it looks like they've decided they can't, especially with that gas barrel being blown up on that. So now, Fake Cows, 5-Fears, really, really good positions here in the first and second place. 5-Fears, they're going to want to fight over this last box here and try to make sure it gets split. They really, really do not want this to get doubled, especially with Fake Cows being so far ahead in the lead.
There's this opening of the vault immediately happening. There was a little bit of a switcheroo on the other cash-out box. We can see Skywalkers have stolen the possession. Our Lights Out are just opening this one. There's enough time. If we look at it, right, a minute 35 still for this one to be transported, to be plugged, and the cash-out B is very close. Great gateway right here. Of course, a bit in danger. There we go. The plug has been gone through, and it's going to be plugged any seconds by the side of Lights Out. Here again, same issue, right? They plug a lot of the boxes. Unfortunately, they can't quite convert a lot of the boxes into a winning position, but Fake Cows, they're really standing on the top in a great spot. They got to make sure they don't find themselves in a wiped position, but 5-Fears, they're not safe. They need a cash out.
Yeah, and you know, just it's good to point out too that Fake Cows kind of just let Skywalkers take that box too, because they're in such a good spot. They don't really care that they're going to take that money, and now they can go and kind of dictate what's happening at the other box as well. But it's kind of surprising to me that no one else is going for A here. I mean, it's so staggered. We've got Deadplate still kind of hanging around here, and Q just kind of holding this high ground, defending it. I'm really surprised that 5-Fears didn't want to fight for this box, but they're going to go try to fight for Lights Out anyways. But the thing is, if they end up taking that, there's still so much time on it that everybody in the lobby is going to be collapsing on that. So 5-Fears kind of making this a little bit harder on themselves, because even if they do end up winning that fight, they're going to have to defend everybody else coming that as well. But we're going to see how it ends up going. Fake Cows just doing a really good job of it. I mean, they just need one member to kind of anchor there, which is what it looked like Glitch Cafe was doing, just kind of staying alive. But here they come, Dianic. Every team in the lobby is going to collapse on this one now.
And there we go, the steal attempt is here, but 5-Fears are going to be a bit interrupted into their play. Unfortunately, yet to take that cash out under their possession. They're getting quite a lot of kills, so it's helping them at least a bit on the standing. From the side, when we look at it, Lights Out is not that far ahead when it comes to the cash out. The more kills 5-Fears get, the better it is for them. Soon they're going to be overtaking them, back up on their feet. 5 Fears is full, but look at the time, Dread. We have only 20 seconds left. It's 7 seconds for the steal to be successful. Every single team, as you said, is not going to be looking at this cash out, maybe wanting to even force 5 Fears out of this position. But look at it, 5 Fears are trying to stay along. The Skywalkers have been wiped. Lights out, only have Rubinski staying.
No
the castle
way!
is falling up and down. 5 Fears are getting the kills and they're up above Lights Out. All they gotta do is not wipe and they got it.
Wow.
5 Fears, they made it a kill race.
They
and
did it through
did
kills.
Not care about it.
Holy moly. I mean, wow, that was such a high risk, high reward play, but 5 Fears, they've done it. I mean, they kind of chose the hardest route possible, but they did it with kills. And Carnifex, we saw a couple of those kills go through. We might be seeing some of them in the replay here. Some of these kills were so close, and he ego-chowed them perfectly, and they were such key wins, because if he would have ended up dying without getting those kills, I don't think 5 Fears would have been able to make it, because I'm going to have to see the money one more time, because I think they were only 2 kills ahead by the time that ended there. But wow, I mean, Jerry, what a crazy play by 5 Fears there.
Absolutely. I mean, the whole lobby was against them, it felt like. And I think you're right. It was 2 kills that did it in the end. We'll get the final replay, but look at that. The kill feed is just littered with orange names on the left-hand side. Every single one of them chipping in at the end here. When you need to get kills, and that's your win con, you could not ask for a better trio than Narcos, Carnifex, and Treason to make it their mission to cross the line in that manner.
Wait,
Oh
it
my
was only
goodness.
1 kill.
It was only 1 kill.